2002, my wife and I were going on vacation, and there was this book sitting on my desk that had sat there for some while. And it had a picture of a bear in a forest. So my first thought was, this is another one of those environmental books I get sent, to read. And so I hadn't read it because I get a lot of those. And so I was on my way out, and I thought, I'll take this along. So I took it along, I read it, and it was the first time I could remember laughing out loud so many times while reading a book. The character I play is best described by not knowing why he's going on the trail. He hits a point in his life where he can't explain why he has an impulse that seems to make no sense with his wife, family, and friends. You could say, I guess, it would be a midlife crisis, but this would be, I would think, maybe a later life crisis. He can't explain it. It's just that the way he's been doing things, the way he's been living his life professionally is doesn't make any sense to him anymore, but he doesn't know what to do about it. So he decides he needs to get away on his own and try something that's really extreme. And that he needs to do that, or at least attempt that, to shock himself into living the rest of his life. So he decides to hike this trail that he's totally ill-equipped for because it's 2,000 miles. I like comedy that had some wit attached to it. And Bryson had that. Bryson skirts this line between just on the edge of sarcasm. It's what I would call sardonic humor, but it's funny, it's witty, but it's also got a level of sophistication. He sometimes can play the clown. He can play the disheveled part of himself, but he's actually a smart guy, and he's also, I think, a good actor. And I've appreciated that. So I'm happy to be working with the guy. It was a choice I'm pretty happy about. I think he fits the character quite well. I've been able to enjoy fellow colleague actors coming onto projects I do because I think they realize that I value the role of the actor. So we're able to get some pretty good people coming in. So Emma Thompson's probably one example. Mary Steenburgen's another example. I mean, there are many. But these are good actors, really solid performers. Emma, considering the wife the actual Bryson's wife, she was English, and they met in England. And so the idea of having her be English in her heart was right, and Emma fulfills that. She's funny, she's smart, she's brave, she's talented. And so the idea of Emma coming in was, for me, a joy. I like Ken Clovis. I like him as an actor. I think he's smart, he's kind, he's easy, but he's actually tough. Underneath that is a strong conviction. He has a wonderful sense of comedy. As an actor, I've appreciated working with him because he will give opportunities for nuance. You can try different ways of doing something, which appeals to me as an actor. What I would hope an audience would take away would be exactly what I hoped the film would be, which is a combination of humor and pathos. It's that the comedy comes from something that's real, that has to do with humanity.